Okay, lesson 1, task number 2, systems activity. Don't worry where it says person A and then on the next page person B and C. Okay, don't worry about that. All I want you to do is fill in this chart right here. That's all I want you to do. Okay, you have your system, you have 3 different ones you're solving. I want to know the solution, what method you picked, and why. Okay, maybe it's your favorite, or you don't have access to graphing calculator, so you had to do whatever method. Okay, so just to remind you, there's 3 different methods. Okay, there's graphing. Okay, gosh, I can't write with a flip. Graphing. There's elimination. And then there's substitution. I'll write that down here. Okay, go out a little bit. I feel like I'm too close. Okay, so when I'm looking at this, I'm going to walk you through system 1. I'm going to show you that method with each, or that system with each method, okay? And then I'll leave you with system 2 and 3 to try on your own. And you can do whatever method you want, okay? So let's say you want to do graphing. So you get your answer, you're going to put your X and Y answer here. You can write X equals Y equals, or you can write it as an ordered pair. I don't care. Preferred method, let's say you use graphing. So you say graphing and reason. It's the easiest method for me. Okay, that's all you're doing. Don't worry about all this. You can mark all that out, okay? All right. Because it was supposed to be a group type thing where 3 people were in a group, and group person A would do one thing, person B another thing, and so on, and then they compare. So we're modifying because we're at home. Okay, so system 1 says x plus y equals 4 and 2x minus y equals 5. Okay, so if I'm doing graphing, I want to get y by itself. So if I get y by itself on this first one, all I have to do is move x to the other side, right? And I'd make it negative. So y equals 4 minus x, okay? And then this one, I'd have to move x to the other side, which would give me negative y equals 5 minus 2x, and then I'd have to change all my signs. So it ended up being y equals negative 5 plus 2x, okay? So if you're doing graphing, get y by itself first. Move the x, divide by anything in front of y. Sometimes you're lucky. Some of these, I think system 2, y's by itself on one of them already. Okay, so if I'm graphing, I'm going to use a graphing calculator. Now, you can also use Desmos.com. Texas Instruments has online graphing. I'm not as familiar with how they do the process for figuring out where they cross each other, but those are options if you don't have one at home. You can also contact the school and see about picking up a calculator, but you have to call and make an appointment, okay? So we're going to go to y equals in this scenario. Let me clear that out. Okay, I'm going to put my first one in, 4 minus x, and then my second one, negative 5 plus 2x. All right, and I'm going to hit graph, and you're going to see both the graphs show up. There's the first one, here comes the second one, and they cross right about here. It looks about 3, 1, but we need to make absolutely sure. So hit second, trace. I want to know where they intersect, so that's number 5. You don't have to arrow down to 5 if you don't want to. You can just hit 5, and that's a lot faster. It's going to show up blinking on the first line. I'm going to hit enter down there somewhere. And then it's going to blink on the second line. I'm going to hit enter. And then it's going to say guess, and I'm going to say, yeah, enter. And it'll tell me, oh, it is 3, 1. Okay? So the answer to that one is 3, 1. Okay? Now, here's what I'll do. I'll do the system 3. I'll use it for elimination, okay? And then I'll repeat one of those for substitution. So you're really only left with the second system to figure out. So Third system is 3x plus 2y equals 8, and 5x minus 3y equals 7. Okay? Let me erase this other stuff out of the way so we have room. Okay, so if I'm going to do elimination, okay, I want to eliminate one of my variables, either x or y, because right now if I add them, I would end up with 8x and negative y. They don't cancel. It does not matter to me which one you pick, okay? You can pick x or you can pick y. I'm just going to do y because one is already positive and one is already negative. So I don't have to worry about the signs. I just make each one of these 6, right? Because 3 and 2 will go into 6. So if I want to make a 2 a 6, I'd have to multiply it by 3. But if I multiply this, I got to multiply everything by 3. So 3 times 3 is 9x. And 3 times 2y. It's kind of hard to do when you're trying to watch yourself and write at the same time. That's 6y. And then 3 times 8. Don't forget that last term. A lot of people forget. That's 24. All right. Now, I've made that 6. I need to make this negative 6. So I'd have to multiply everything in here by 2, right? Because 2 times negative 3 is negative 6. But I got to multiply everything. So 2 times 5 is 10x. And 2 times negative 3 is negative 6y. And 2 times 7 is 14. Okay. So now I'm going to add my equations. My y's are going to cancel. Gone. 9x plus 10x is 19x. And 24 plus 14 is 38. So now all I have to do is divide. And I get 2. Because 19 times 2 will give me 38. Right? Alright. Now I know x is 2. I can plug back in. It does not matter. You can plug it here, 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 or here. Doesn't matter to me. I'm just going to go with the top one. So I'd say 3x plus 2y equals 8. But instead of x, I'm putting what? 2. So 3 times 2 plus 2y equals 8. Okay, so 3 times 2 is 6 plus 2y equals 8. So I'd subtract 6. And 2y would equal 2. And I divide and get y equals 1. So that answer for system 3, when you get over there, it's going to, the first column says solution on your paper. You're going to put 2, 1 as an ordered pair. Or you can say x equals 2, y equals 1. And method, on this particular one, we used elimination. And you can say, for the reason, you can say it's my favorite or it's what Miss Miller used, however you want to do it, okay? All right, so I'm going to leave system 2 for you, and I'll go over substitution another time because my video is getting kind of long here, and I try to keep them under 10. So I hope this was helpful. You're left with system 2. System 1 was 3-1. System 3 is 2-1. So I'll leave you with system 2.